What's up guys, Syntax Error here. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to solder. I'm going to be showing you how to solder on a circuit board. And I'm going to show you how to solder two wires together. Let's get right into it. Okay, so in order to solder two wires together, your first step is this blade from the inside. Yeah, so there you go. I stripped my wire. Now you're going to want to do that to the other wire. I've already done that, but you can just repeat that step. Now you're just going to pinch your wire and you're just going to twist. This basically just keeps all the strands together in one spot. So here's just like an example of it not being twisted. You see how they're all like over the place? This is all like only in one spot. So you're going to want to get it like that. Now that you've done that, you're going to make an X. You're gonna use your pointer finger, you're just gonna twist it. Yeah, so you're just gonna twist the wire around each other. Just like that. You might wanna pinch it so it doesn't come loose. Now you might wanna use some hands and you just clip the wire. Yeah, so now that I've done that, we can get ready to do the actual soldering. Okay, so now that you've got your wire on a pair of helping hands, you're just gonna take your solder and your soldering iron. You're gonna make sure that you have a clean tip. You can do that by just wiping it on a sponge, on a wet sponge. And now you're gonna tin your soldering iron. If I just touch the soldering iron with the wire, the heat doesn't transfer very well. That's why we use the solder to help out with that. So now I'm just tinning the soldering iron. So you can see I've got like some solder on there. You don't want to breathe in any of the fumes. That's not good. And yeah, now that you've got your solder, you're just like gonna hold it there on the back. You're just gonna hold it there for a few seconds. And now, if I just take my solder, you can see that it flows very smoothly right onto the wire. I have very shaky hands, so don't worry about it if you have shaky hands and you don't think you can do soldering. It's like I'm doing perfectly fine. And just like that, I have a pretty good solder joint. Okay, so now that you've learned how to solder two wires together, now I'm gonna show you how to solder wires to a circuit board. You're gonna take your soldering iron, make sure you have a clean tip. You're just gonna touch the solder to the pad, or to the soldering iron. Now you're gonna touch it to the pad. You're just gonna add some solder. So you can see I've added some extra solder to that pad. Now that this wire is already tinned, I'm just gonna touch this wire onto the pad. You can see how easily this is gonna happen. Hold it there for a few seconds, and there you go, it's on. It's like not coming off. I'm pulling really hard on it. So yeah, that's not coming off. And that's how you solder wires to circuit boards too. Alright, so I hope you learned something from my video. We went over how to solder wires and how to solder wires on circuit boards. Using these skills, you can pretty much solder anything. But yeah, that's how you just solder two wires together. And that's pretty good for a circuit board too. I'm gonna put a link in the description for all the soldering gear I think you should use. Don't worry, it's not gonna be too expensive. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and share the video if you can. Bye, see you guys next time.